Hi everyone, my name is Ava Tejada and today I will be explaining my project titled Substance Abuse Across the Lifespan. This is a multi-dimensional analysis of psychological, biological, and chemical factors of drug misuse. To start with my abstract, I go into explaining how substance use disorder is a public health issue, having effects both chemically and biologically. I explain how this public health concern can start in utero, leaving impacts throughout the whole entire life and future generations. Then I go into my background, explaining substance abuse, substance dependence, and substance use disorder. I also explain how this research project uses secondary data analysis. Then I go into the period infancy. I explain the stages, the study titled Cognitive Functioning in 8 to 18-year-old month drug-exposed infants. I then go into the infancy period, explaining the stages, the study titled Cognitive Functioning in 8 to 18-month-year-old drug-exposed infants, and results showing how from infants 8 to 18 months old, there were higher risk of a decline in mental development index scores of children who were exposed to drugs in utero. Then I go into the childhood period, explaining the stages, the study titled Children Living with Parents Who Have a Substance Use Disorder, two graphs explaining the results, which show that 8.7 million U.S. children live with at least one parent with a substance use disorder. Then I go into the adolescence and early adulthood period, explaining the stages, the study titled Patterns of Childhood Maltreatment and Maternal Substance Use Disorder on the Development of Emerging Adults, and I explain the results. After that, I shift to the middle and later adulthood period, explaining the stages, the study titled Adult Consequences of Prenatal Drug Exposure, a graph explaining the results, which showed that prenatal opioid exposure had a decline in many scores, such as cognitive deficits. I conclude by explaining how illicit drugs had an impact on the brain throughout the lifespan.